Hey guys, and welcome to the final interview at FSExpo 2019. And I couldn't be more pleased to be joined by Oscar from Virtualfly. How are you doing today, Oscar?
I'm doing great, Callum, as always. Thank you for having me, and happy to see you, happy to see Fselite team, and having a great time.
Awesome. And so you're having a great time. It's Sunday, it's about 1 p.m. here at the moment. How's the show been for you so far, and has there been any great feedback from the community for you?
So it's been great, a lot of good. Shall I get it if you want? I'll get it. So it's been great from the beginning, from Friday. So Friday we were just starting to get the booth running, with the simulators, and we just got the booth done, and other people from other exhibitors just came and talked to us and tried the simulators even before the show. Saturday was full from the beginning, yep, which was amazing. We also have Jetline Systems with us in the booth, so we have Virtualfly audience, Jetline System audience. Frugal was there as well, so that brings people in, and just showing around the new products, showing around the AATD, the flight controls, G1000, and today as well, less people, normal, the Sunday, but as well, excited, all of them, to try the new products and hear what we're getting on with.
Sounds great, and the feedback I've had from all the other developers has been similar. People are checking out stuff. There are so many new people here who have never simmed before as well, which I think is awesome. So you mentioned new products. So you just released, a couple of weeks ago, the Yoke of the Yoke Plus. I've reviewed it. Phenomenal product. It'll be online the Fselite channel very soon. But if you're here at the event, you can read it in your Fselite magazine. It's a great product. So tell us kind of a little bit about why you decided to make a Plus edition, and also some of the cool features behind the Yoke of the Yoke Plus.
So we created the Plus series for all the flight controls. As you know, we started 6-7 months ago, I'd say, with the TQ6. So there's a common feature that, let's say, specifies that it's a Plus and not a standard control, and that's changing from potentiometers that we use, which are high quality potentiometers. We changed it to Hall effect magnetic sensors. As you know, that makes them a lifetime product, and in this case, especially for the Yoko, what we did is a bit more. So apart from the Hall effect sensors, we put what everybody was asking for, which was the physical hat switch. We have it on the left side for the PIC, or the right side for the first officer. Other changes are a full new internal wiring, 12-bit resolution at 4096 values, a bit of a longer shaft, and that's what we did for the Yoko Plus.
And were a lot of those features based on community feedback and other people that you've sold the products to?
I'd say probably 90% of the features were all the feedback, and then we listen to the community and we go back with our products.
That's awesome. I think it's really good that it doesn't matter what you're making in this industry, the community does have a really powerful voice into what their products could become in the future as well. So we talked a little bit about the Plus. So I think it's safe to say that a Virtualfly Yoke of the Yoke Plus, or any Virtualfly product, it does have this perception of a very high price tag. And obviously, like you said, there's a lot of features and a lot of technology built inside of these. So why would you suggest that these products that you sell are good value money for the customer when they look at buying a product from Virtualfly?
So this is the question that actually the clients always ask, and one of the first things they say, high price. I wouldn't see it as high price. I just would see it as a high value. It's the value you give to what flight simulation is for you. So I have my own hobbies. I fly for real, paying hundreds of euros per hour. I have other hobbies which are expensive. Flight simulation is also one of my hobbies, and it's been for a long time. So if you value your hobby, if you fly for real and want to transmit that reality as far as you want, so if you spend, let's say, thousands of euros on add-ons, thousands of euros on other things which are not hardware, why are you not going to spend good money on the most important thing, which is the interface between you human and the software, which is what you touch? You feel the TQ6, you feel the Yoko, you know you're doing that flare, and you when you fly, when you simulate as a pilot, as a virtual pilot, you need to feel that flare as much as you can. And when the client buys a Yoko, they always get back to us and they say, Oscar, Pera, Pedro, whoever in the team, thank you, because you make me feel like I'm really flying. You know, some of our clients have been are people that cannot fly now for real, for any reason, and they say, thanks to the Yoko, thanks to the TQ6, I can really feel what I felt when I was flying. I can really feel, and that's the value that you give. It's high-end products, lifetime products, and yeah, that's what we're looking for, and what we're getting to the community.
It's fantastic. I've tried all of your products in terms of the hardware, from the yoke to the rudder pedals and stuff, and they feel really, really good, and they just feel really right in the simulator as well. So have you guys ever considered maybe making a more simplified version of something, such as like maybe just a joystick, just as like an entry-level type of product, so people can get a flavor for the virtual fly quality?
It's a good question. I mean, we thought about it. Our controls are. There's different level controls, and there's very good controls coming out. We know everybody knows what controls are out there. There's cheap controls, there's mid-level controls, there's high-end controls. There's force feedback $3,000 controls. Of course, that we'd like to get a product that is very, very cheap, and so people would like to. But for now, we're in this level. We have our audience, we have our clients, and that's what we want to market. That's where we want to stay. We want to provide the highest quality. So from the professional flight simulators that we do, which are used at flight schools all over the world, we get that quality of flight controls and flight systems. We extract it and we put it into the enthusiast, and we are accepted in the community. We know that it's a high price, and we know that, but it's a high value, and we have a very good response, including the Yoko Plus. So we're going to continue that way for now. Who knows, in the future we might end up with a very let's say a cheap control, so people taste virtual fly in a cheap way. But for now, I don't think that's the way we're going to go.
Sure, fair enough. It's just, for me, it's important. These events are really important because they can actually touch and feel the controls, and they can understand that quality. It's just very hard for me as a reviewer to kind of express that, how it feels, just through words itself. And if anyone's watching and you guys like attend an event, then try and get to it, because then you can understand just what we're kind of talking about in terms of that feeling, despite the premium price tag that it does kind of carry. So outside of controls, you obviously do stuff in terms of like full motion sims. So maybe just give a little bit of detail about kind of the other products that you do have as Virtual Fly, who may not be targeted towards general consumers, but to your other audiences as well.
Yeah, so what we do is, as I said, from full motion professional flight solutions for flight schools, for flight centers, down to flight panels that you can use at flight centers, or you can use at home, analog flight panels, G1000 touch screens, like the Solar Airliner. And in this sense, for example, we've always wanted to get close to the community. For example, we have a Solar Airliner on Radio Stack, which is a touch screen panel that you can use for more than 8 different cockpit configurations: single engine, single engine piston, twin engine piston, turboprop, Boeing 737. And we've created that for the community. We've created a new Solo GA, which is half price. And every time we try and get more and more closer to the community in that sense. But apart from that, and the flight controls and these, we have at the booth our AATDs, our BATDs, FAA approved, and here in Tampa International we have the new showroom. So that's where you can see our on-top Plus Duo full motion simulators, the top notch of our products. the last one is going to Cyprus Aviation College.
Sure.
So yeah, if you're around Tampa or around, in this case, the West Coast in Cyprus, check them out, and yeah, we'll be more than happy to let you try them.
Awesome, and I think that's a really good way for people to experience your stuff, is to kind of go to these places as well, rather than just necessarily conventions like FSExpo and stuff. That's really cool. So I want to kind of just ask maybe about the future just a little bit. So what is next for you guys? You've obviously got all of your Plus series now available. You've got your different sims, your like full motion sims and stuff. Where do you see Virtualfly heading to next in terms of like the equipment?
So in terms of the equipment, what we do right now is what we are going to continue doing. So for example, the first thing, listen to the community, listen to the feedback, the inputs that we get. So one of the biggest inputs, for example, was from our prescribers, like Fselite, our prescribers, AFSBI, our prescribers, the YouTube guys, you know, Frugal, Jeff Fabignano, Air Force Proud, Paul from Squirrel TV, all of them. They said explain, go explain with flight panels. So all our flight controls are explain compatible. Now all our flight panels are explain compatible, and all our full motion are explain compatible. So P3D, FSX, and explain. And that's the way we're going to go in the future. We're just going to listen to the input and feedback, and we're going to adapt to that. So now, for example, the G1000. We have a G1000 hardware designed from scratch, which is new, and there's many developers and clients saying, what are you going to do with the software? You know, there's issues with the software, which provider? Well, in the future we'll see what are the providers of software, what way are we going to go. But Virtualfly is always going to go to the professional side. So we're always into the high-end, lifetime professional use for centers, flight schools, and then everything that we innovate there as a research and development center, we will get the best from that, just throw it into the community, see the acceptance, and work from there.
Awesome. So still lots of work to do, but again, it's all about the community and how they're driving you forward and stuff as well. So just speaking of the community, obviously we've been working together a lot over the last couple of months, and it's always fantastic to have new partners on board. This year we've done something quite special. So for anyone who is here at the event or even at home, we've worked together on the keys this year for the hotel. So if you're at the event and you have a key from the Renaissance, then check the back. There is a discount code on there for 15% off the Virtualfly equipment that we've been talking about today. So really thank you for helping us on that, and obviously that's a great benefit for the community as well. Interested in kind of looking at your stuff as well.
You know, I'm always happy to work with you, with the team, with everyone. It's been great ideas we've had, like the key, the magazine, in general the giveaway that we're doing today, or we're doing this weekend of the Yoko. You have great ideas in your mind. I have them. We're always talking about them. I would love to sit down and just brainstorm during a day, and we would come up with crazy stuff, and probably we'd do the majority of them, because I mean, it's just, you know, the synergy that we can create. Virtualfly with Fselite is a very strong synergy, a very strong relationship, and you guys are doing a great job out there. I always tell you that, and we are happy to work with you and try and market and impact as many people. So Virtualfly is known, and then everyone who knows about Virtualfly, then they decide if it's the way they want to go in flight simulation or not.
Excellent. I'm really pleased that we can help kind of do that for you as well. So like Oscar said, we did have a competition. So we've been giving away a Yoke of the Yoke Plus this whole weekend. We've had a phenomenal amount of people have so much interest and enter the competition, and we are pleased to announce that a gentleman by the name of Carlos is our winner. We've reached out to Carlos, so if you're watching this and you're not on the show floor, then please reach out. But honestly, Oscar, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for all of your help, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your show.
Thank you very much, Callum, and yeah, always nice to see you guys as always. And anyone who wants to know more about Virtualfly, you can reach out to virtu-fly.com, info@virtu-fly.com. You'll keep on seeing Virtualfly with Fselite, as I said before, with new ideas. The next probably big thing will be in the UK with the next show. We're also happy to see if you're gonna come to Barcelona, but I might not. I don't know if I can say that here. but but yeah. Very happy. Great 2 days. Leaving tomorrow for my 9-hour flight back to Barcelona, and I'll see you guys around. Thank you for everything.